Good morning, everyone. Welcome, family, friends, and fellow students. Thank you, faculty, staff, and trustees for joining us this morning, and congratulations to the class of 2025. I'm honored to be speaking in front of you all this morning on behalf of my class. The day that we once dreamed of, but have now come to dread, has finally arrived, and the words "we did it" can't fully describe all of the late nights in the library struggling not to laugh and the early mornings fueled by Celsius and Red Bull. I, along with everyone joining us here, am proud of all that we've accomplished during our time here. From far and wide, we all ended up here, together, and somewhere along the way, we became lifelong friends. All of us with vastly different backgrounds, yet we seemed to click as if we'd known each other forever. These relationships have simmered for some time now, going through their occasional peaks and valleys, and here we are with incomparable memories to show for it. Our journey through Foxcroft, and through anything new for that matter, is similar to learning how to cook. You might be asking, what does cooking have to do with a Foxcroft graduation? But let me cook. In a way, you can relate your journey of growing up to your journey of learning to cook. I first learned to cook as a child in my grandmother's kitchen, and the lessons that I learned there of perseverance and patience translate beyond baking cookies. When you first learn to cook, like when you come to Foxcroft, you start with familiarizing yourself with unfamiliar ingredients, strange tools, and a lot of guesswork to get by. You identify familiar things in the kitchen that you've seen before and start to explore the things you aren't so sure about. You repeat the actions that you've seen done for you so many times. For most people, this happens when they leave home for college. For many of us, it happened when we were 14. Your first year at Foxcroft, you come to a place away from home, and you have to learn the new ways of living in a community and adjust to new customs and traditions, knowing only what you have been taught at home. You've been to school before and had teachers, but you've never lived with them. You've slept in a bed before at a place that's not your home, but it's never really been in a long room with rows of bunk beds like a sleeping porch. You've seen a lot about school spirit and mascots, but this foxhound thing isn't really like the movies. Nonetheless, you jump in head first. Like any recipe, learning the ways required patience and occasional improvisation, which we had no choice but to master quickly. With new things coming every which way, we learned to adapt and cook with what we had, and had to develop the patience to try and understand what we didn't. Then, once we became familiar with the tools and were capable of putting together a dish, we started pushing the boundaries of the kitchen, testing the limits of just how much you can stray from the recipe and just how much of an ingredient is too much. In trying new things, we were able to surprise ourselves with just how well we could perform, like for the spooky witch-themed haunted house, as well as arguably some of the best final biology projects. Sometimes, though, we tried to mix things up, and as inexperienced as we were, we made mistakes. Grabbed the wrong ingredient or forgot one, turned up the heat too high. Many mistakes can happen in a kitchen. Like in a kitchen, there are countless ways mistakes can occur. On the bright side, mistakes are inevitable when you're learning. You're bound to miss a deadline, imprison ducks in the schoolhouse basements in an attempt to raise them, or take a mug or 6 from the dining hall. We literally infiltrated dorm kitchenettes and roomies' kitchen with a mission. And though many of our attempts ended in the kitchen being posted, progress was still progress. Once you had taken a stab and come out without completely burning down the place, you could put together what you've gathered. You could begin to identify how to avoid mistakes that you've made before and what to do if they happen again. You've learned how to adapt from your past successes and failures, and now you can apply it to whatever comes your way. You have developed your internal cookbook and can handle whatever comes your way, even developing wisdom that you are able to share with others. Now, as seniors, you've got everything down. You know how to stop this from happening and what to do to make sure that doesn't happen. Now, it's time to look for new, more advanced recipes to try. But what's the next step? You become aware of your limitations, of what you might need to take a step further. You've learned You've learned the in and outs of the kitchen, and now you realize that you still don't really know how to cook. What should I do? Should I stop while I'm ahead and not risk burning something again? Should I keep trying and succeed? Should I keep trying and fail? Knowing what you know, you have to decide how to move forward and if you're ready for it. The answer is you're always ready for it. There is no recipe that you cannot perfect, or better yet, make your own. For 4 years, we have learned how to do things and then put our own spin on it. We learned how to add fun twists to traditions and had so many dance parties along the way. Foxcroft is one of our many kitchens in life, but this one is special because of the community we have to rely on. Our teachers and coaches guided us through challenges and have been there to congratulate us. Our friends have been by our side to celebrate every success and had a good joke when it doesn't go as planned. Thank you to our parents for giving us this amazing experience and supporting us through this journey. Thank you to our faculty, staff, teachers, and coaches for all of the many hats that you wear, especially the occasional chef hat during dorm meetings and school-wide pancake nights. And every kitchen life takes us through, we will have to improvise as we go, adding a bit of ourselves and bringing unoriginal recipes to life. Cheers to the class of 2025 as we step into a bigger kitchen and saute with uncertainty.